We're here at West Perth Department of Transport, where you potentially might be going for your driving assessment. Now, just want to show you around the car park a little bit. It's a paid car park here, so you've got to understand that, if you don't manage to grab one of the designated bays for driving schools, you may need to pay for it. So it's usually not too busy around here. So the bays that are going to be on my left, just after that wide four-wheel drive, there's 5 bays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that are designated for driving assessments. Okay, so just grab one of them, make sure you arrive in time so you don't sort of struggle finding an empty bay. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to avoid failing in the first 5 minutes. So these are the most common errors that people make within the first 5 to 10 minutes of their driving assessment. So from this position here, the assessor will ask you generally to turn that way towards the exit. Okay, try not to cut these white stop lines, so go nicely around it in case there's a car coming from opposite direction. Now, you've got to respect these stop signs. We do understand it's a private property, and some would argue, how could you even, treat private property as a main road? It's not a main road, but look, the signage and the rules are made according to conditions. So, in this particular situation, we would have to stop anyway, because there's not much of a visibility from the left, So stop as you would at a normal stop sign on any road, and then proceed. If you go left this way, there's a pedestrian crossing immediately here after the turn, so be very careful. If you go this way, it can be a little bit tricky. Just follow the arrows. Some people presume that this is some sort of drive-through. It's not a drive-through. It's just a normal left-hand side of this particular path here. So again, we're coming to a pedestrian crossing, so you've got to watch for pedestrians out here, and also for oncoming pedestrians and cyclists right here, so be very careful. Okay, so we can proceed here. There's another pedestrian crossing straight after you make your turn. Okay, so now a lot of people feel relaxed, they've made it through the most difficult part in the beginning, but this is a 50 zone, so you've got to understand that you shouldn't be driving more than 50 kilometers an hour on Roy Street. Okay, so it's very important. A lot of people come back in 5 minutes, not even making it to to do any of the sections, and they fail within short amount of time for not obeying the speed limit. So Roy Street 50 zone. It can be very congested, particularly in the morning hours. So if your test is at 7:05, 7:55, 8:45, maybe even 9:45. 9:45, it's already a little bit, less jam on the roads. But be aware that you've got to keep it 50. You've got to take your time, take 1 minute at a time. If you can drive perfectly for 1 minute, you can do it a minute at a time. Okay, so we're going to be turning left here on Fitzgerald. And watch for lights. It's a green arrow for me now. They usually get you to turn right straight after you turn left here. So we're turning right, and clearly there's no green arrow. Okay, that's important to understand. So this is going to be a give way intersection. Okay, and that this can be pretty busy here. A lot of people fail at this intersection. So once it goes green, if you're first vehicle at the lights, you've got to move at least by a length of your car, usually a couple of lengths of your car, so you can see better. Okay, so we've got a green light, so we're going to move forward by about a couple of lengths of my car, not cutting the opposite direction and not going further than the right hand side median strip. Now, if the green light changes to amber and then red, we're going to have to watch the traffic from the opposite direction. So if it's safe to do so, depending on whether the remaining amount of traffic is proceeding. Now I'm going to proceed because the white Mercedes is stopping. Yes, I did go partially through the red light, but that's perfectly acceptable. 40 zone, okay? So once you get to Northbridge, it's 40 zone everywhere. There's no part of Northbridge that would be higher than 40 kilometers an hour. This is where most people make an error, thinking that it's continued 50 from Rose Street and potentially 60 from Fitzgerald Street. So you've got to be very, very careful here, okay? So we can't exceed 40. So we're going to turn left here. We've got to watch out for pedestrians, because if there are pedestrians, we've got to give way to them. Okay, so when you're turning, any turning vehicles must give way to pedestrians. It doesn't have to be a pedestrian crossing. This is also one of the, common things where people fail their driving assessments. You've got to give way to pedestrians, even if there's no pedestrian crossing when you're turning. Okay, very simple. So you've got to stick to that rule everywhere. Okay, so we've got a stop sign coming up. Okay, so one of the other things that people totally dismiss, too busy checking the traffic around and don't see the stop sign. So we've got to make a full stop, complete stop without moving. 1,000, 2,000 on the third count, providing that there's no cars, we can proceed. Okay, all right. So it's very important that you adhere to these rules, because if you don't, you're certainly going to fail. Okay, so right ahead of us, it's the place where you might be doing the reverse parallel parking. So it's very common that you do reverse parallel parking here in West Perth. They basically ask you, pull over, I'd like you to reverse parallel park behind that white car, for example. You overshoot the vehicle. We've got a video on reverse parallel parking. It's never identical situation. Get your back, extend your back nicely, check all the possible angles, the rear view mirror, watch the cars from behind. This is not more difficult maneuver than normal reverse bay parking, but it's the fact that there's cars coming constantly from behind that scares people, okay? So now, once we've, got enough, we can see in the little round mirror on my left where I'm going and how far from the curb I am. I'm literally about this much from the curb, but obviously that's going to be more than enough for me to pass this particular section. I'm behind that car, so I've lined up nicely. I can now straighten up, and that's pretty much it. So do expect a reverse parallel park in West Perth Licensing Centre. Now, they're going to take you further on. Make sure you indicate and mirror and blind spot on the right hand side before you proceed. Okay, so now surely they're going to ask you to turn right at some point where there's an uncontrolled intersection like this one here. You've got to move far enough forward to see any traffic, but you can't be over the line or over the spot where the new road begins. So that's extremely important. Okay, so now heading back towards Fitzgerald Street. We're down on John Street at the moment, heading back down towards the test centre. So when you're turning right from the far right lane, you can't go straight over to the left. So you've got to stick to the lane that you started in, such as here, okay? The reason we ended up in the right lane is because we're going to be turning right shortly. See, this intersection is no right turn here. It's also important to have your arms relaxed. A lot of people are cramped up, so there shouldn't be any tension in your elbows at all. Okay, so this time we're turning right. We're using the left turning lane. So again, where there's multiple turning lanes, we've got to stick to the lane that we started in. We can't change lanes in the middle of the intersections, no matter what. So that's one of the important things. You've got to understand, if you ended up for some reason in the right hand side turning lane, you can't get straight across to the left inside of the middle of the intersection. So we're coming back towards Licensing Centre here. Okay, so this is very important here. So these are two lanes. If there's no cars parked in this left lane, if there's no cars parked here, we should be in the left lane, okay? So if there are obviously cars parked in the left-hand side of the road, we would keep right. But then there's a merge up here, okay? So we've got to merge because there could be a car that's coming from behind. Okay, very sharp corner here, just on the way back to the Licensing Centre in a double unbroken white line. So you've got to respect this. Now we're back in the car park of the West Perth DOT. So just be careful, just watch around, watch the lines, watch the traffic incoming and traffic leaving. So be very careful. So back in front of the licensing centre. So when you come back, they're going to ask you to park forward. Usually they don't specify how, but they would say park, just park somewhere. If any of these designated bays for driving schools are empty, just grab one of them, okay? So that's basically how it happens. So we didn't cover the exercise, left some behind in this short video. We're going to do that in one of the videos that are coming up in this particular area. And also we didn't do the stopping for shopping. So stopping for shopping is basically parking, usually just a normal bay parking. Just keep an eye out on this channel. We're going to show you some other tips in this area within the next couple of weeks. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.